I just wanted to show you a tour of Blogger in case that's what you want to use for your writing portfolio. I really recommend it because A, you don't have to create a new account anywhere because it connects to your Google account, but also since it connects to your TES Google account, you will never lose this. As long as you can get into that Google account at all, you can find your 9th grade portfolio. So you're going to need to first go to blogger.com. And it's going to ask you to sign in. You want your TES account. I cannot stress enough how important that is. Please do it all through your TES account. So log in, and you'll see a screen that looks like this. This is a portfolio I did as an example before. I'm going to show you how to create a new one. So create a new blog. You're going to give it a title, Mrs. Odell's Writing Portfolio, and then you want to give it a web address. I'm just going to give it the same one because that's easiest. So Mrs. Odell's Writing Portfolio.blogspot.com. And it shows me that this blog address is available. So that's awesome. And then here in template, you can pick, if you want to do some kind of pretty screen, you can do that. I'll do this one with like the clouds and puppies. And then create blog. And now you see it magically appears up here. You have some options. You can use this little orange pencil to just start writing a blog post. You can click View Blog to see what you currently have. If I click View Blog, you'll see I have pretty much nothing yet. But what we want to click here is the dashboard. We want to go into all of our options. Now, in your instructions, you saw that you needed pages or tabs or separate places to post the 4 different things that you need to post for this portfolio. So I'm going to go to Pages. And I'm going to create a new page for each part of my portfolio. So new page number 1 is going to be the actual writing portfolio. And now every time I do something, I want to click Save. And if I want someone else to see it, I have to click Publish. This is really important. You might create a beautiful portfolio, but you've never pressed Published. And if that happens, I can't see your work. So Publish is a really important step. I just go ahead and I press Publish every time I do anything, so I never forget. I also need a page for my interview. I need a page for my writing process. Save, publish. And I need a page for my plan for 10th grade. All right, now all of my pages exist, but watch. If I go here and I refresh it, no one can see them yet. That's because I don't have any space on this page for listing my pages. A page for a page, right? So we all need to go to Layout. You'll see all sorts of like boxes and gobbledygook here. You can rearrange them and make all sorts of things. But what you want to do is go right here under your title and add gadget. And you're going to scroll down. There are all sorts of things you can add. But we want to add pages, a list of the pages on your blog. It's kind of like a menu. So go ahead and just press the plus button. It gives you title. Pages is fine for my title. And then it says I can drag and drop. You should know me well enough to know that this will really bother me if they're out of order. So I'm going to put them back in the order that they're listed on my exam instructions because otherwise I will go crazy. Right? Okay, writing portfolio, interview, writing process, plan for 10th grade. Perfect. I'm going to scroll down here and click Save. And I'm going to go Save Arrangement because I like to double, quadruple save. And now if I go back to my blog and I refresh, beautiful. You see all of these pretty tabs. So let's talk about a little how you're going to format each page. You can go back to Pages. My plan for 10th grade. This is where you are going to use the questions in the exam instructions document to outline how you will use writing workshop skills on your own next year. This you're literally just going to be typing into this document Let's just update it. Beautiful. For my writing process, this is where you're going to show me a chart, a visual, something to indicate how do you actually write? Where do you spend the most time? What is your actual process? Do you do a couple of minutes of brainstorming, then get up to sharpen your pencil, then sit back down and write something, then talk to Mrs. Odell? What do you actually do? You might be able to create it in this document, but probably you're going to need to either create it in a different sort of computer program or create it on paper and then take a picture of it. So you can either link to it in some other program, you can upload another file, or you could just insert an image of your writing process. In your interview, this is something you're going to be doing in class. You're going to be partnering up and asking each other a series of questions and taping, videoing your responses. So if you click here on this little movie guy, it gives you a bunch of options for how you can upload that movie. You could send that movie from your phone to YouTube or from your computer to YouTube. You could do it directly from your phone if you could hook your phone up to your computer, or you can do it from your webcam. However you choose to do it is fine. But this page, when we actually look at it in the portfolio, is just going to be, it's just going to be a video. And then your writing portfolio is actually the page on which you're going to do the most work. This is where you're going to cut and paste things into your portfolio from Google Docs. So I'm going to give some headings. Writing workshop number 1, that was a narrative snapshot. And I'm just going to go through and make spaces for each of my papers. Critical review, review. I will, while I'm misspelling things, point out that there's a spell check on every page that you should run because you want this to be a polished, perfect piece of work. This, I believe, writing workshop 4, that's what you did for the exam. This is your territory writing number 1. Writing workshop number 5 was an editorial. Writing workshop number 6 was this, territory writing, right? Territory writing number 2, which was our evidence workshop. Writing workshop number 7 was your Pixar analysis. Writing workshop number 8 is poetry analysis. Okay, so in between each of these headings, this is where I'm just going to cut and paste from Google Docs. Now, remember your instructions say that you need to pick 2 of these papers to revise again. Your goal is to make them perfect. So that there's not a single solitary mistake of any kind I can find in there. And to demonstrate what you're able to do now at the end of the year. Maybe you want to go back to this first narrative snapshot. You should have a lot more stuff to put into it now that you've had all of these other workshops and your evidence workshop. So, if this is a piece that you have revised, let's actually say that what you revised was your This I Believe essay. You're going to cut and paste your revised paper from Google Docs. And then, after you've cut and pasted it, I just want you to draw a little line in your paper. And below it, this is where you're going to do your reflection. There are questions in the exam instructions for you. But you're going to write about, okay, why did you choose this piece? How is this piece better than it used to be because of your new skills? What are you really showing me? So this will be a lengthy blog page because you're going to have all of your writing workshops in there. And 2 of those writing workshops will be perfect, and they will include a reflection. Beautiful. There are lots of other things you can do with Blogger. I'm sure you are way smarter in Blogger than I am, and you know all sorts of fancy tricks. So feel free to do those, but this is what's required. This is the minimum. You see my blog. You can see a separate tab for each element, and then each element would just be inserted in there. If you need help, I'm so happy to help you. Please see me. Let's make a time to sit down together. Try it out, and if you're having trouble, we can look at what you've done and maybe what the problems are. And again, if you want to use some other kind of website developer, you may, but I don't know as much about those, so you're kind of on your own. Thank you for watching this, and I'm really excited about your amazing final portfolios.